According to the Rally Report, a study conducted by Canadian Women in Sport in partnership with Canadian Tire Jumpstart charities, sport participation levels for girls is showing a dramatic decrease. Joining me today to discuss the why behind this shift is Allison Sandmeyer-Graves, Chief Executive Officer of Canadian Women in Sport. Welcome to the show, Allison.
Thanks, I'm happy to be here.
So when was the study conducted?
So we collected this data in January and February of this year, before the world as we know it changed dramatically.
You'll have to do a new study, of course, post-COVID to see how this affected things.
We know for sure it's going to impact things, so we're very curious to see what it looks like after the fact.
Let's talk about what you found, though, in this one.
Absolutely.
What were some of your findings?
Well, I would say the major finding is that participation in sport by girls drops dramatically as they leave childhood and go through their teen years. We saw that up to 62% of girls are not participating in sport. And of those that are, 1 out of every 3 participating will drop out of sport during their teen years, which when you consider the benefits that sport offers to people throughout their lives, is particularly troubling.
And compared to boys, boys are 1 in 10, correct?
They are. So the fact that boys are staying in sport more successfully or longer than girls really tells us that we need to pay particular attention to the experiences that girls are having and solutions that will keep them engaged longer.
What were some of the reasons behind why girls are dropping out at such a drastic rate?
So this is a question that we asked the girls themselves, and what we heard that 43% of them are struggling with what we would call the quality of sport. So feeling as though the experience being provided to them is not really designed for them, not built with their needs and interests in mind. And by extension, the coaching that they're experiencing as well just isn't quite working for them. They also talked a lot about feeling like they don't belong, like they're not welcome there. So all of this combined is not making a particularly compelling case for girls to show up. And that is quite problematic.
You know, somebody might be listening to this and going, well, so what, right? So what? The girls aren't just participating in sport. What would you say to that? Why is this so important?
So girls staying in sport is important for them, first and foremost, because in addition to the physical and mental benefits and well-being that sport can create, it also helps to develop confidence and resiliency and leadership that translates into success in school, in careers, and ultimately contributing to their communities. And for the rest of us, you know, strong, healthy women create strong, healthy communities. And so it's in everyone's interest to ensure that girls are staying in sport long enough to reap these benefits. And so we're all better as a result.
Does your organization have recommendations for things we can do to keep girls in sports through adolescence?
Yeah, you know, the issue is complex, but the good news is that there are a lot of things that people can do, whether it's you're a parent, whether you're in media, whether you're a coach or someone who's responsible for a sport. There are many different avenues to create change. Really what we're focused on is making sure that girls are getting the skill development throughout their experience. They're having a strong, positive, social experience or environment to participate in, that they're safe, and other factors like that. And there are some great tools and resources that can help people better understand the role that they can play and how to best support girls through that. And those can be found on our website at womenandsport.ca.
And you also have, since we're on this, you also have very active social channels that we're going to throw up on this video. So where are those? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
You got it. Yeah, Women and Sport CA is where you'll find us. Frankly, one of the best sources of insight and information, current events on women in sport in Canada. And if you're looking for webinars, online learning, virtual events like ones that we're holding really soon, these can all be best found through those channels.
And tell me a little bit about, I'm curious about a virtual event. What does that look like for you now during this pandemic?
Well, we are a national organization and we've been hosting events, more like webinars, for a long time. But these events are obviously the hot new thing, right? To bring Canadians together in a virtual setting with an opportunity to hear from experts, from people who are doing their best to put these practices into action. And in fact, we have one this Tuesday with some of Canada's top female athletes, helping to really rally girls to the idea of what staying in sport can mean for them.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today. I encourage everybody to go read the rally report and get their girls into sports.
Thanks so much for shining a spotlight on this.